fire is almost out. You're zipped into the tent. Past the trees, something moves. Not loud, not close, just a small sound in the grass that doesn't match the wind. You freeze. And then, nothing. The sound fades, like it was never coming for you. Here's the strange part. You weren't hiding. Thin nylon, no lock, no weapon, no fire still burning. If something wanted you, nothing here was stopping it. You wait for footsteps. They don't come. 5 minutes pass. You count them, because counting is the only thing keeping your hands still. Eventually, you tell yourself it's gone. Your breathing slows. Your shoulders loosen. You start to relax. Then it circles back. Slow, deliberate. The kind of slow that doesn't feel like an animal leaving. It feels like an animal deciding. It stops directly behind the tent. Close enough now that you can hear breathing. That isn't yours. 20 seconds pass. Nothing touches the fabric. No test, no push, no sign of fear. Then it moves off, unhurried, like it was never afraid to begin with. And here's what your mind does next, automatically, before you even ask it to. It starts building a reason. Maybe it wasn't hungry. Maybe it sensed something. Maybe it respected you somehow. None of those are facts. They're guesses, dressed up to feel like explanations. Because a mind that doesn't know why something happened will almost always invent a why, rather than sit with the blank space. And if you think that's just your imagination running wild, it isn't. It's your brain doing exactly what it always does with unexplained outcomes. It assumes intention, even when none may exist. So which is it? Did the animal choose mercy, choose respect, choose something almost human? Or is the real answer something your mind isn't built to default to, that there was no decision in the way you're imagining one at all? Here's what's actually happening. Animal behaviorists point to something called a predator search image. A hunting animal builds a mental pattern for what counts as prey. That pattern is built mostly on movement, sound, behavior. A still, silent, sealed-up shape doesn't match, even when it's close. And here's the counterintuitive part. The animal wasn't deciding whether to spare you. It was running a cost and uncertainty check on something unfamiliar, closer to caution than mercy. Researchers call part of this response neophobia, a tendency to avoid things that are new, strange, or difficult to classify. Add generations of negative encounters with humans, and the calculation becomes even simpler. There was a process, but there wasn't a decision, at least not in the way your mind wanted to file it. And this same gap shows up far beyond campsites. Humans have a deep discomfort with unexplained outcomes. Psychologists call it intolerance of uncertainty. When something happens and we don't know why, the mind rushes to fill the gap, because any explanation feels safer than none. You do it when someone doesn't reply to a text, when a friend seems distant, when someone makes a decision you'll never get to ask about. The mind fills the silence with intention, because intention is something you can plan around. Randomness isn't. Indifference isn't. Calculation isn't. It got close enough to kill you and decided you weren't worth the risk. That's not mercy. That's not respect. That's math. And your mind, as always, would rather believe in a story than sit with an equation.